Okay, so I have spent five hours, that can't be right, but I think it is, working on the rug, and I just wanted to show the progress of where I'm at. So right now, anything that you see marked up, except for this guy here, because I'm not sure I'm gonna fill that in or not, but everything else has been burnt in. I want to talk about a couple things. So one, you'll see that this is a lot lighter here. And the reason for that is I've scraped away the kind of burnt, you'll see if I'm doing it here. I've scraped away the burnt fabric that is just sitting kind of on top. So it will be a little lighter than what you see here. This is darker than what I always wanted, but again, as I described in the other video, I kind of wanted some of the pigment to be left behind when I burned over it. So you'll even notice, I need to scrape a little bit more, but this is just like a little bit darker than over here. I'm gonna wait until I'm finished with this section to actually clean the rug and clean up the pastel, because as you can tell, it is all over my hand, and I don't want something in my house that's gonna be getting on all of our clothes or anything like that. But I'm super duper pumped about this. I think it turned out even better than what I hoped. Okay, so I'm super excited about this rug. I think there's something inherently cool about it being neutral and having a subtle detail on the rug, because I don't want something loud. Like, that is one challenge that I had from the get in finding a rug, is that a lot of them were just like so loud, and I have a lot of interesting elements in the room already, and the rug was like not gonna be a focal point, but I still want it to be beautiful. However, this project has been a lot of work. I'm still probably 2 weeks out from a finished product. I do not want my work to have been done in vain. So I don't want it to be so subtle that you're like, oh, right. Like, you get really close to it and can see it. I still do want you to be able to like stand, you know, looking into the room and see the really cool motif that's on the rug. So there's two things I'm gonna do to ensure like that doesn't happen. One is I decided that I'm not gonna fill in these designs. I just don't think it's gonna really work. And because of that, I want to make sure there's enough of the design to make an impact. I will be filling in any of the blank spaces. So any of the gaps that I would normally keep, because I think the contrast of a design and space actually enhances the design. This is going to be a little different because we're talking about very tiny lines. So the more of those lines I have, there's already enough blank space. I just think it'll make that bigger impact. If that still doesn't work, and I'm like, man, this is more subtle than I wanted, I believe that I can run over the design with some kind of like dye pen. So something that is like very detailed, but I won't run the risk of bleeding because the burning process has created indentations where the kind of like dye can rest and sink in. And the reason I didn't even attempt from the get to just like draw a pattern on this rug is I really wanted the design to be part of the rug, and kind of like have that attention to detail that I just didn't think a dye pen would achieve. So anyway, I think it's always good to go in with flexibility and know that there can be kind of like a couple ways that this pans out and some tricks up your sleeve if it's not exactly what you want. But ultimately, this has been like such a good investment of time. I find it really creatively inspiring. I've been listening to some good tunes. It's a much better way to spend time, especially because I can do it outside, than just like sitting scrolling the internet or being on my computer watching programs. Anyway, next time you see me, we'll have the finished product.